What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. This is Miguel Antonio Barragan, aka Fight Fiend Migs, joined as always by my co-host Andrew. Don't get it twisted, Lapiche, and this is the Mad Boxing Show, or Mad Boxing for short. Thank you once more for joining us on this lovely cool/warm Wednesday evening here in Las Vegas. Things are starting to warm up already, even though it's still January, late January. Things are not as cold as they used to be. At night, it still get a little chilly, but during the day, you kind of don't even really need a jacket. But we are recording this in the evening. I had some stuff to do earlier after work, and I had to run that shit real quick. And I was like, Andrew, let's do this shit in the evening, bro, because I don't know if I can do it after. And he's like, fuck it, we're going to do it because we told you guys we're going to bring you a Wednesday show. And this is what is often called the go home show. This is the show right before a big fight. And yes, we are going to be talking about that big fight. Teofimo Lopez putting his Rank Magazine / Lineal super lightweight championship on the line against Shakur Stevenson, the undefeated Shakur Stevenson, mind you, and only once defeated Teofimo Lopez. That is going to be taking place this Saturday in Madison Square Garden. Definitely was hoping a lot more hype behind this fight. I know this is kind of sort of more for the hardcores, for more so than the casuals, but I certainly hope that people show up in the Madison Square Garden and fill up that arena, because this fight definitely deserves it, as we will be talking about that one, of course, going over the most recent odds and, of course, our predictions towards the end. So we're going to talk about that, of course. We're going to be talking about a certain lightweight that finally is in cuffs today. I'm sure you guys have already read it, but we're going to be talking about that, of course. Mr. One, Gervonta Tank Davis. And then what the repercussions might be, what's going to happen from here on out. Definitely going to be talking about that. The return, yet another return of Tyson fucking Fury. I mean, do we really believe that he retires every single time? Probably not at this point, but apparently he is coming back. We're going to be talking about the details there. And it's kind of a filler, sort of, if we still got some time, taking a look at the Paramount Plus numbers that the UFC did this weekend. Oddly, they released those numbers. They didn't release the Zuffa boxing numbers from Friday, at least not that I've seen. So if you guys see it, by all means, let us know. I haven't seen them, but we're going to be briefly talking about that, of course. So we are going to be going into very, very much detail, a lot of detail in regards to this Teofimo and Shakur Stevenson fight that we're going to kick off the show with. But as is the custom now, before I start yapping about boxing, make sure to check out our, oh man, the glare is too much. Our sponsor here, Health E Sol. Tallow-based products, tallow-based soap, of course. Check them out, Healthy Sol. If you find anything you like or anything you want to try, make sure to use the code MADBoxing10 at checkout and get yourself 10% off of your purchase, or follow the affiliate link that's going to be in the description of this video. And this is the perfect time to remind you guys, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good shit. I did see that we got one new subscriber today or yesterday. So yes, thank you for that, guys. By all means, keep them coming, because we definitely need the help. We need the viewers. We want to talk to you guys. We want to hear from you guys as well, of course, and hopefully you guys enjoy what we do here. All right, so we're going to kick it off with what you guys want to hear, right? This is the go home show before a big fight, Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson, taking place in New York City this Saturday on DAZN Worldwide, aka DAZN pay-per-view, which I will put to the test a certain device, or what we call our private investor decided to grace us with. Put that on the put it to the test. I'll do that this weekend with this particular fight here. All right. So I don't know. Andrew, I'll let you go first as far as how you see the fight going, who wins it, and how. Then once we get done with that, I'll go over the odds, or the other way around, whichever you prefer, of course. But I want to give you the floor first and give us your sound off about this particular fight and how you see it going.
Hey, what's up, Miguel? Big week, big fight week. Did you see Gervonta? I gotta say, I just seen it on the online, dude. Did you see they actually had to box him in? So he didn't turn himself in, dude.
Oh yeah, I know he didn't turn himself in, but I didn't see the part where he had to box him in. I just saw like a quick, like what was that? It might have been a screenshot or something of the mugshot, but I don't even know if that's a recent one or not. I don't know.
Oh no, what I'm seeing is they took him down on the street. Yeah. So big. We'll
Oh,
talk about it. We'll talk about it. But yeah, big fight week. Look, the main event, Lopez and Shakur. I thought I was gonna have a different prediction today. I'm not. I actually feel more confident in my prediction after the last few days
mhm.
of watching Lopez and I don't even know if their styles is. I don't know even know if Shakur has a right style for Lopez, and I might have to eat my words on Monday. But I'm going to go out and say, um, he might be too much of a thinker when it comes to Lopez. Lopez is fast. Lopez will take the front foot. He will be the aggressor. Throws combos. What's this about him being undefeated against Southpaws? Is that being underestimated? Or people, you look at the odds, they got him at what? Did his odds come down any? I'll ask that, just that. Did they come any closer? Remember, we were talking about as the fight got closer, we're going to see these two odds get closer to each other. Did that happen?
So, very little, very little. In fact, not even significant. Teofimo Lopez was on the Sunday show, plus 270. Quick little spoiler. I decided to put some money on Teofimo Lopez there. Me and my pops were like, yeah, let's put 50 bucks in, $100. Yeah, sure. So when I go Sunday after our show to put the money down, he's still at plus 270 as of Sunday. As far as Stevenson goes, he was initially minus 340. Now he's minus 330. So barely a jump.
What is Lopez? You didn't tell us what he is
Oh,
currently.
no. Yeah. Well, 270. That didn't change. So as far as Sunday went, it was plus 270. So he has not changed. He's still at plus 270
Oh.
from the last time that we talked about it to afterwards when I got the odds. So yeah, the only one that's changed was Shakur from minus 340 to minus 330.
Wow. What do they know that we don't?
Well, here's another one, right? I'm going to toss another one to a curveball at you here. The over under, right? The under was 10 and a half rounds, right? That used to be minus 700. It's now minus 800. And then the under stayed the same at plus 550. That didn't change.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what they see in Shakur. The speed looks. Their speed is different. Shakur has that one punch speed. Lopez throws combinations with speed. Shakur is a little bit too defensive for a guy like Lopez. As long as Lopez is on the offense and trying to just win by points, I see him easily outpointing Shakur. The cards might not show it. They might not read that. But I don't think this is going to be a tight decision, what I first thought. Especially with the fact that Shakur was rattled when he did try to stand his ground. Look for Lopez to really bring it to him, because Lopez has been in there with hitters and he knows something. You guys, you can't be undefeated against every southpaw you ever face and tell me that you and your dad don't know something about southpaws. This might be the fight where we go, yeah, they know they broke the code on that one, right? But he's still undefeated. And the names of the fighters are not bad. Lomachenko, Ortiz. Who is the other? He has one.
Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor. I mean, these are some of his biggest fights, bro. Coming against the southpaw, and he's winning all of them. That's got to speak for something. He knows something, but I think it's his speed. Right, because there's certain punches that you have advantages on because of the positioning of the southpaw versus orthodox, right? So they might have a combo or something that they're getting off, and because of his hand speed, he just knows that it's guaranteed points.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned that. I know Shakur. It was brought to Shakur's attention a few times that Teofimo was undefeated against southpaws. Two of those southpaws were against the man of the weight class, and Lomachenko at lightweight, and then at 140 against Josh Taylor. Those two were the number one guys in the weight class. They were both southpaw, and he beat them both.
Yeah.
And at least with the Lomachenko one looked a little closer, but on the scorecards it looked a little wider. With the Josh Taylor one, there was no question that he whooped Josh Taylor's ass. But in the times where he had to come through big time against the two number one dudes in the weight class that he fight at the time, he beat him. So that's pretty significant. It's not just nobody's like, oh yeah, just some random motherfucker that I beat that southpaw. Like, no, these were the best of the weight class at the time.
I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. I don't know what Shakur is going to show up. Shakur is kind of finding himself. And you know what I thought of the other day, dude, about Shakur is Pernell Whitaker had defeats early in his career. They still considered him the greatest, right? They say he's the greatest lightweight. They have one or two, which I totally disagree with. I'm not one of those, but you've seen historians do that. Put him right under Duran, and he lost to Ramirez. Go figure. They call that a fixed fight, though, right? Because gold medal Olympians always lose to Mexicans. That always happens on the points. But anyways, so they labeled him. So I'm thinking, is Shakur that same? Does he fit that same mold? Hell yeah, he does. Yes, he does. Defense first, could take a loss early and still come out and be great, either at this division or the division he finally settles in, like at welterweight for Pernell Whitaker. But definitely this is not he's one and done. He's young. He's moving up in weight and taking on the very best. If he loses a split decision, so be it, right? Move on. I didn't like him saying he's going back to 135, and I didn't like today or yesterday's face-off when he pulled away first. What were we pulling away for? He tried to smile, laugh it off. Did you see that, the face-off? And you can see Lopez is not laughing anymore. Lopez was looking dead in his eyes, and I think Shakur got kind of shook, man. I don't know. Like, we know Lopez has been there. Shakur has a big fight with Cepeda. I don't know if that's the same magnitude of this one.
No, I don't think so. No.
Right? Okay. And then he has the big fight with Valdez. That might not be the same magnitude. So these are good tests. These are good building blocks. But this is here for him. This is it. This is the moment where, Lopez got that when he went against Lomachenko. Wasn't his best performance, but a young man taking on a legend like that and winning had to speak for something, right? So Lopez has had all of these feelings that Shakur is feeling right now leading up to this fight. Lopez is over those feelings. I expect him to put on a show. I expect him to be really fast. Not saying it's going to be, a walk in the park, but I do think he will control this thing, land the majority of the combinations that get him the points that wins on the scorecards. I got Lopez winning on the scorecards. I can't see this fight ending any other way.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that. You see it going the distance, then it's pretty safe to say it's a safe bet to say it's going to go the full 12 rounds.
Yep. Because he's not a dumb fighter. That's why Lopez kind of goes 12 rounds, right? When it's a chess match, he's on point, though. When it's you know what I mean? When we've only seen him put in these lackluster performances against guys that were underachievers. It was like he didn't even wake up for these fights, Right. He just showed up to get paid. Now with Shakur, I expect the same Lopez that has showed up for all of his big fights. Yeah. Yes, sir. It's gonna, and hey, I don't like being that mean to Shakur, but there's just a lot of unknown still. There's a lot of unknown. I don't know if you're gonna be moving. I don't know if you're gonna be standing still, and I don't know if your hands are holding up at 140. There's a lot of unknown there to bet on that. Especially when you're giving me 270 on a guy undefeated against fucking southpaws, and he has the skills to Lopez. Come on, dude, they're writing free checks. I don't want to say too much. You guys,
we're not handicappers, guys. So do not take our advice as gospel.
Dead. They were saying free checks, you bitch.
Like I'm unsubscribing to your channel, you motherfucking liars.
He fucking slapped his dog shit out of him.
I know, right? Did you see Teofimo's face after the fight? No, but that's a good prediction. When you say we don't know what Shakur might show up, I think to some degree we kind of do. After that fight with Cepeda, that he was asked, hey, are you gonna fight the same way from here? And it's like, no, No, I got hit too much. And he was asked about it again recently. It was asked about it, and he was like, "No, there's a better version of me than that." It's like, okay, well, what better version by your definition means you get hit a lot less. That means you move the fuck around a lot. That means you don't exchange as much. I don't know if that's gonna beat or that's gonna win you a fight against Teofimo. Um, Chances are it's going to be Teofimo is going to be coming forward, right? That's almost what's going to happen. You can take a look at the fights that everybody critiques and criticizes harshly. The Sandor Martin fight, right? That he didn't look that great. Jermaine Ortiz, he didn't look all that great. Yes, he did come away with the victory regardless, but they're saying, no, he's got a problem with movers and all this shit. Well, okay, Shakur, you better fucking throw. It's not just about moving. You better fucking throw, right? There's going to be some. These rounds have to be pretty decisive. We don't know Shakur at 140, whether or not he can take the shot, whether or not he can give the same shot, and how is it going to go 12 full rounds, how he feels going 12 full rounds at a weight class that he's never fought before. Granted, it's only 5 pounds, but it is a weight class regardless that he's going to probably bulk up a little bit in, right? Not too much, but enough to, I guess, to make 140. And at this point, we don't know how he's going to react to that. I suspect that he's just not going to throw enough. He isn't the kind of guy, and he said it, he takes risks. I don't think he does take a lot of risk. I think he is very Floyd-ish in the sense that if there isn't an opportunity there, he won't throw the fucking shot. Now, Floyd is a master. He'll make the fucking opportunity happen, right? But I'm not sure if Shakur is that yet. I suspect he won't risk a lot and thinks that he can pot shot his fucking way to a victory. I think Teofimo does win a decision. I think it's going to be a unanimous decision, actually. I think all three scorecards are going to be in his favor. However, it will be close. I do think we're going to see maybe like 2 5-7s, 115, 113s, and then like 1-8-4 or some shit like that, some stupid one like that. But I suspect that's what's going to end up happening. He's going to end up coming away. Of course, the reason I think, or I should say the opposite. The reason I put money on him is because I think that's the direction it goes. Obviously, it's not the other way around. It's not just putting money on the fucking dude and be like, all right, I hope he fucking wins. Like, no. I always say this. I put money on the underdog by and large because you win more money than you wager, right? So I always do that. And, more often than not, I do fucking lose. That's just how it is, right? But when I see this and I'm like, wow, where's the respect for fucking Lopez here, plus 270, holy shit. That makes me want to, drop some money. So it's what led me to believe that Shakur is going to unfortunately come up short here. He's going to move around a lot. I don't think he's going to throw as much because if Teofimo is able to get him up against the ropes the way Cepeda did, I think he's going to land some shots. He's fast. It's not like Teofimo's slow by any stretch of the imagination, right? It's not like he's going to put his head down and throw a gazillion punches the way Cepeda did, where Shakur can kind of step back and just like counter. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. I don't think he's going to wait too long to see or to wait for the opportunities to throw. And when Teofimo doesn't give him those, there goes one round, escape. There's another round. And he's like basically wasting the fight looking for the shots that Teofimo's not going to give him. I suspect Teofimo's going to get it. Go ahead.
It's going to be a story of the left to Lopez's left hook versus Shakur's jab. I think that I want to say that's going to be that's his point maker right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that builds up. But Shakur is going to have to keep him at bay with that jab. He can't let him close to keep landing the 4 shots while you're doing this and trying to move and boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Boom. That's like he does a lot of that. I'm like, bro, you need to throw more. I'm watching his fights. Like, dude, he needs to throw more combos. I keep watching. You watch Lopez, dude. Body, head, body. Like he's got fast hands. He's throwing some heat.
I don't think Shakur quite understands.
Like
well, I don't think he understands that he's that fast. That Teofimo was that fast. I don't think he's gonna go in here thinking like, oh my gosh, this guy's the slowest motherfucker ever. But I think he's going to be surprised at Teofimo's speed at 140. He's like, oh shit, this guy's still as fast as he was at 135 or something like that, right? I don't think he's going to anticipate him being as quick as you'll see him on Saturday.
And he's got to watch out that he doesn't eat too many shots off of his shoulders. They might look, or he might feel like he's blocking everything. It might not look that way, Shakur. You can't let someone just keep teeing off while you're going to do this and smile, smile after, like, I didn't get me. Well, that's not what the judge that had your back to him is thinking. He's seen 3 of those shots look like they hit you. Now he's giving the round to Lopez. He can't have moments like this. He's going to have to match fire with fire. I don't know if he can. I really haven't seen that side of the Shakur where he's throwing a 4-punch counter combo. Lopez does a step back and fires 4 off like it's nothing. It's going like 270. They're going to never trust this computer again to get this one wrong. I'll tell you.
Right.
Be like, fuck AI. Get Lapachet.
Like, we just let some people go to fucking get AI in here. We could just fucking hired Andrew and get us better odds than this motherfucker. And I do want to bring up something, and you hit it, and we kind of briefly talked about it on Sunday as well, is the X factor that we tend to forget is Turki Al-Sheikh. Is Turki going to be okay with the way Shakur is performing? Is he going to clown him again, saying this, don't do this Tom and Jerry stuff, right? Which is pretty much what he was talking about prior to the Cepeda fight. And if Shakur comes here and fights the way he normally fights prior to that Cepeda fight, it might not be enough. It might not be enough. I suspect it's gonna be, and gosh, even the talk of him going back down to 135, it's like, dude, no, no. Even if you win and you can't get another fight, stay at 140. Just fucking stay at 140. There's plenty of other fights there. Roach and Pitbull Cruz and all these other motherfuckers. Hitchison and all those guys. So it's not like there aren't. And he said this. He said, if I don't get another major fight, I don't know what other major fight there could potentially be other than moving to maybe 147, fighting one of those guys. If that's the direction it's going to go, then by all means, forget about coming back to 135. Just leave that shit behind and call it a day. But that, I don't like the way that sounds. That sounds unsure of himself. It sounds, there's like a certain level of uncertainty. Be like, I always have that backup of going down to 135. If you hear him talk, he talks like there's no tomorrow. It's like, no, losing is not a fucking option. But then he throws in like a little bit of space there, like, yeah, I can move back down to 135. Not he didn't say if he lost, of course. He just said if he can't get another fight. But anyway, that X factor of Turki Al-Sheikh, I think that's going to play a role, and we're going to see it in the scorecards. I think we're definitely going to see it in the scorecards. I'm okay with the 7-5, right, for Teofimo. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an 8-4 for him, but I do think he sweeps it with all 3 judges. I think so.
And this will be the learning experience for Shakur when he does, if he isn't able to handle his speed. But building up to this fight, you can't name a fighter on here that even matches Lopez's speed or skill. I mean, Valdez is not that guy. He brings a whole nother aspect of boxing, right? He's not Lopez though. That didn't prepare you for what you're going to see on Saturday. Jamel Herring did not prepare him. These guys have that slow rhythm pace fight. That's the pop shotter's dream. He's going to pick that guy apart. You understand what I'm saying? That's when all that BS works. Cepeda, another guy who's not nearly as active or fast as, I will say fast as Teofimo. So he really, Edwin Del Los Santos. A lot of these names, man, there's no speed here. There is no speed here. It is very unknown for him. So, yeah, it's an excellent matchup. And, hey, if Shakur pulls it off, like I said before, it's a start to a Hall of Fame career. Like, put all your money in Shakur if he takes down Lopez on Saturday, right? Turki should. And about Turki, is he going to be there ringside? Because sometimes it seems like if the fight's not in Dubai, he's not there. Do you think he shows up for this one? I haven't really seen him there during fight week yet.
Oh, shit, that's true. I don't think I have seen him either. I've seen that Rick Reno dude, right? I've seen him hella times.
Did you see him and Eddie Hearn get into it?
I did. I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, Rick Reno is a weird look. I told you, cats, he even talks funny.
Yeah, he does talk a little funny, huh? I just saw when they were kind of bickering back and forth. I didn't really like get to hear entirely, but the person who was conducting the interview was kind of getting their prediction, right? That's what that lady was doing. Who did you remember who Rick Reno predicted was going to win the fight?
I didn't hear the prediction.
Oh, okay, okay.
When I started, for me, he was saying something about Eddie. You better watch out, or I'm gonna be. Eddie's just scared. I'm gonna be working for Dana White. He said the bald guy, but he means Dana White.
Mm.
And then Eddie was like, "Oh no, I hear you're calling shots. You're the man that we should all be scared of, because who else would you want running your company than Rick Reno?" And he started talking shit, like, right, which is absolutely true. Like the blogger is who's the fucking president of the company. That's crazy. More power to him if he's behind doors and he's got a mouthpiece. But the way he represents himself, the way he carried himself on that microphone with Eddie Hearn, doesn't look like he's that impressive behind closed doors. I don't know who the fuck dresses Rick Reno, but they need to stop. They need to stop, dude. He's like
I think it's Devin Haney's stylist, I have to say.
I believe it's Turkey's people, like, fucking, like, hey, what do you think the Americans should wear today? Hey, come on, guys, let's dress him and they're like fucking dressing him on purpose the way on some of the shit that he has. They're like, no, put it on, Rick. I seen it in a rap song. It's really cool. Put that on. Oh, he looks cool. Everyone tell me he looks cool. And he just goes out there, bro. He ain't picking that shit on his own. The Indiana Jones hat the other day, he didn't pick that on his own. I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it. Nope. I think he gets.
I mean, wouldn't it be worse if he did pick it on his own? No. Wouldn't that be the worst? Like, we're trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Be like, okay, maybe it was turkey. Like, we'll buy it for you, Rick. We'll buy it for you. You just wear it. You just wear it.
Yeah. He's all, I seen this on the TV show in the 80s. You like it. You like it.
Yeah. I see it on the cover of TV Guide. Like, turkey, they don't make TV guides anymore. Like, oh, fuck. What is it? 1992. I'm sorry. Oh man, but I did hear that they were going back and forth. That was pretty. I didn't hear what their predictions were, but I thought it was weird. Like, the dude works for the ring. Like, maybe he shouldn't be fucking giving his predictions. Isn't that not like a conflict of interest? Like, I know obviously, what's his name? Eddie would be going for his dude, right? Fucking Shakur. That makes sense. But I don't know. Like, maybe we shouldn't get Rick. Because he's cool with fucking Turkey. And what is Turkey gonna do? Turkey's most likely gonna have it go for whoever he wants it to go for.
I think Turkey was in a room with that man, liked his knowledge on boxing, and said, "Do you want a job?" And that's kind of where this whole thing got started. As far as credentials to be some kind of president or matchmaker in boxing, I have no idea. But on the outside looking in, fuck no. The guy can't match his own clothes. I know I keep going back to the clothes, but whenever I see him, I'm like, bro, you're representing all of us, right? Like, come on, Rick. Come on, you're 40 million people are watching, Miguel. That's what we have. We got the fucking cartoon character in the back. You know what I mean? Like, damn, man. I can't even the gold chains that we know he doesn't buy. That shit. Someone gave that to him. He didn't buy that. He didn't.
Those jackets that he wears sometimes, like when I see him wear those jackets, it reminds me of like when it was the cool in thing to wear those NASCAR jackets with like the sponsors of M&M on the back, M&Ms and shit, and like that. Like, bro, that was like 2004, homie. Like, you can leave that shit back there.
Right, it's just like the sunglasses indoors. You could leave that in fucking 2002 too. Shit, man.
Yeah, there's no need for that. We get it. You're in a cool spot, right? You were at the right place at the right time, right? That he liked your knowledge, and it's like, oh yes, I think the heavyweight champion should be Arab. It's like, oh, perfect, boom.
And like you said the other day, right now, Turkey's probably hell of regretting purchasing the ring. The belt means nothing. Zuffa already made their own belt, and now you gave it to me that Zuffa does own part of. I mean, Turkey does own part of Zuffa Boxing, the majority of it, right? So, I mean, it's like, bro, what the hell did you buy the Ring magazine for? And then you said the titles suck. Well, I know now they do, so you're going to sort of work with them. But, yes, I think Oscar clearly got over on that one. I don't know if it truly helped Oscar with the news that broke on him today, but at least you're going to have that in the report?
We can throw it in there. I did.
Might as well. We talk about everyone else. Talk about everyone else's dirt.
Yeah, right, exactly. And that's
We're gonna need some explaining, Oscar.
right, precisely. We're gonna have to have our version of Clapback Thursday. I don't know what the hell we're gonna call it, but it's gonna be like Dirty Wednesday or some shit and get in people's dirt.
This was a man who was saying Dana was in financial troubles not too long ago.
Mhm.
Now we need to clap back on Golden Boy Promotions financials.
Yeah, that 10 million that Turkey gave you for the ring probably should have gone to that building. I'm just saying. I mean, it's a good idea. I'm just thinking, you know.
His wife's all, I need boobies. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, look, I need lip fillers every fucking every month. All right. I'm not gonna go to the gym, but I need lipo. Oh my lord.
We're playing Oscar.
And Oscar, you need, leopard fucking underwear, leopard print underwear. So this Saturday, boom, looking forward to this fight. The undercard is gonna be pretty fucking stacked too. Co-main event, Keyshawn Davis versus Jermaine Ortiz, the aforementioned Jermaine Ortiz at super lightweight. I believe this is going to be Keyshawn Davis's first fight at 140. Definitely some fresh blood there. Carlos Adames against Austin Williams for the WBC middleweight title. Adames, of course, is the current champ. He'll be defending against Austin Williams. Shushu Bruce Carrington taking on Carlos Castro as a featherweight bout. And then Steroid Baby, Jarrell Miller is going to be in there as well. Let me see. Any other names? Those are the primary ones. Those are going to be the main card, I guess. But if you guys are willing to fork up the cash for the pay-per-view, we're looking at $69.99, $70. Not too bad considering it's a fucking badass fight, of course. And the main card, the fight card, the rest of the fight card, I should say, is pretty stacked. I mean, I'm down with that. We have Keyshawn Davis on there, WBC middleweight title, Carlos Adames. Not bad. It's a pretty solid card.
Bruce Carrington, right?
Yeah, Shushu.
Oh, you said Shushu. My bad.
Yeah. He's taking on Carlos Castro.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I mean that's a pretty stacked card. I'm down with that, right? I mean that's going to be good. I believe. Let's see here. 6. What does it say? Oh, well, ring walks are going to be approximately 10:50 p.m. Eastern time. So that means 7:50 for us. So a little before 8 is when you can expect to see the main eventers walking to the ring. Of course, this is brought to you by Matchroom Boxing, Top Rank, and Sella. All right, so pretty solid. Yeah,
Top Rank is still in there, Ron.
Well, Top Rank they got what's his name? Teofimo still, as far as I know. They got Teofimo. They got Keyshawn Davis still. They got Bruce Carrington. That I don't know where Jarrell Miller is. No, I'm thinking about the other real big baby. But anyway, those guys are all Top Rank motherfuckers. So I mean, even though Top Rank might not have a platform, a streaming service for it, which we'll talk about shortly, because there actually is a Top Rank card on Saturday as well. But even though they don't have a platform, they're still, I guess, just all right, guys, go somewhere else. We'll figure it out, but go fight on other platforms. So they're definitely still in the picture.
So the check is just a lot smaller, I'm guessing. There's a lot of hands in this pot nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's very true. And I noticed that too when I saw the banner, like for like the press conference and stuff like that. I saw the TR on there and I was like, oh, that's right, fucking Teofimo's still there, right? And all these other people. So not a bad card. I'm down. This is gonna be a pretty fun card, and this is just gonna be one card this weekend because Andrew, is there anything else you want to talk about this card before I move on to the rest of the cards?
Nope, that's it.
All right, cool. Hold on one more time, just before we finish. Prediction: you said Teofimo Lopez by what? Split?
Split. I believe it'll be a split decision, and now I'm more confident with Top Rank. No, I'm just kidding. He's all right. You guys look bad.
Yeah, Turkey. Enough of that shit.
What? I'm gonna go with 115, 113 both ways. And then what is it? The 8-5. What's that one? The 118.
Oh no, 8-4. 116, 112.
116, 112. There it is, Miguel.
Yeah,
stamp it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Teofimo, clean sweep, unanimous decision. Same cards though. 2 of them are gonna be 115, 113, and one is gonna be 116, 112. But all of them are gonna be for Teofimo there. All right, so. As I mentioned, there are other fights on Saturday, and oddly, or ironically, maybe not ironically, the 2 main events of the 2 other cards that are going to be taking place, boxing cards, I mean, happen to be in the 154-pound weight class, which is one of the most stacked fucking weight classes currently in boxing. Of course, we're all clamoring for Virgil Ortiz Jr. and Boots Ennis. If we can get that fight crack-a-lacking, that would be awesome at 154 pounds. Later this year, in a couple of months, I think we're going to get Fundora and Thurman. Thurman not so important, but of course Fundora, yes. But the other pieces of the puzzle, oh shit, okay. Top Rank will have a card this weekend in Puerto Rico. Their WBO champ, Xander Zayas, going to be taking on Abbas Barao, who has got the WBA belt, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to have a WBA and WBO unification bout. It sort of sucks that this fight isn't going to be on ESPN Plus the way it once was, right? Or any other major streaming platform, because it is a title unification in a weight class that's pretty fucking stacked. And it sucks that we're not going to get to see it on like the standard, DAZN or ESPN Plus or anything like that. You might have to go search for it. I'm sure you can find it. I believe I saw it was going to be on Tubi. It was going to be on Roku or Roku TV or something like that. So it gave us a lot of options, which I don't remember. When I tried looking for it on the calendar, I couldn't seem to find it. But again, thanks to our private investor, I will make sure that I will be watching this particular fight. But Andrew, it kind of sucks that this fight that's important in the 154-pound weight class, it's a unification fight, WBA and WBO, is not going to be on a major streaming service that we kind of have to go looking for. And considering how hot this weight class is, it's kind of a shame, huh?
That's a big shame. Actually, that's very disappointing. Why couldn't they get Xanis on this card? It seems like it's Top Rank heavy already. You know what I'm saying about sometimes I don't understand these managers and fighters' decisions to stay away from big cards that will benefit their careers. I would take a pay cut to give me. Well, I know now he's unifying, right? So that's different. But give me the right opponent, and I would take a pay cut to be on the undercard of Shakur and Lopez to get my marketability higher, to get me seen. That is a damn shame that a unification match. Look, here I am talking about the state of boxing all the time, and now I'm being told that a unification match in one of the hottest divisions that we're being told in boxing is not being shown on a major platform. You said we had to go to Tubi to watch this?
Yeah, I saw the announcement being Tubi, Roku TV or something like that. And there was like two other ones that I had never heard of, but those are the two that stuck out the most because obviously I'm most familiar with those. But Tubi, and because here's the thing, if you have Tubi, there's actually like if you download that app and create an account without any subscription, there's a channel on there that airs like HBO boxing all fucking day, and I think it even airs some Top Rank on there as well. But anyway, it's just like basically like a channel that airs. And I hope I'm thinking about that one. Yeah, I hope I'm thinking about the right one because I'm almost certain it's Tubi. But guys, if you want, by all means, fact check me. I'm almost certain it's on Tubi. But anyway, point is, yeah, Tubi and like Roku TV or something like that, or the Roku channel. I don't even know if there is an actual channel for that. But anyway, Roku, which is, if you guys aren't familiar, is pretty much like a Fire Stick, but another brand. Anyway, that's what I saw, that they're gonna be airing this fight on. So you guys might have to go looking for it. It sucks that it's not as easily available, and we have to actually go searching for it. But yeah, it's a damn shame that we're gonna get a unification bout in a hot weight class that we can't even fucking see. Really, you have to go looking for it. That blows.
Yeah, Miguel. You know, when I tried looking it up, bro, to just see what's going on with it. Yeah. ESPN doesn't even have a TV behind it. They have Las Vegas, Barrio Garcia, DAZN is it right behind it. Clarissa Shields, DAZN is right behind it. Pro Box TV, whatever the fuck that is, they have that behind the fight. You know what I mean? Like, dude, how is Xanis not? Dude, Xanis got to be a little upset with Bob right now.
Yeah, I mean, what can he do though? Like, I mean, they're kind of stuck. Oh fuck, just as I say that, my damn thing. But what can he do?
I mean, there isn't a local TV network in New York that you couldn't get a up and coming unification undefeated fucking Puerto Rican rising star on. Isn't there a Madison Square Garden channel? Come on, man, something. Xanis is a good-looking kid too. It's not like not like you have to keep the lights off with this guy. That's weird. That's a weird one. Damn.
Oh, here we go. I found it. So the streaming apps, the Roku channel, Tubi, and Vizio. Okay, I know Vizio is a brand of TV sold at Sam's Club. I didn't know they had their own fucking channel or streaming service, but yeah, there's where I saw it.
If you have the Vizio television, you'll be able to get an app on it to watch the fight.
Is this all what this was? The big ass ploy? Like, all right, guys, we're gonna do this. Let's imagine fucking Bob Arum with his fucking cigar. All right, guys, we're gonna go. We're gonna make sure we're gonna give Sam's Club a lot of fucking a lot of market here, a lot of customers. If you have a Vizio television, you get to watch this fight for free. Bam, call it, stamp it. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it sucks. It sucks, man, that we have to go digging for this fucking fight when it should be readily available. And we kind of knew this was sort of coming, because when the time approached, the deadline for ESPN Plus or ESPN to renew whatever deal they had with Top Rank, they didn't, or the other way around, maybe Top Rank didn't want to continue with them, whatever the circumstances was there. But once we saw that they were up in the air, it's like, oh shit, now what's going to happen? I mean, we're going to get, there's another one too in a few months, or next month, I think. Navarrete is going to be fighting, and we're going to have to go dig in for his fight too. So yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that really does. Navarrete is a harder sell because of the weight division and because he's not undefeated. Zayas is undefeated. The other kid only has one loss, and they're both champions. How is this not pitched to Netflix, dude? Like, for a bum price. It doesn't have to be a lot, but to think that Roku and all these other streaming apps, is that the correct? They're streaming apps?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Are going to make more money than, say, going to Netflix and going, hey, I got this kid. He's the next star. You might want to work with us now so you get a better deal with him, even if I'm with him or not. Don't you want to start that relationship today? Then show him a picture of Xanis, and you can see if Zayas is as good as his record is, the kid's going to sell $100 million in 1 year one day. I can guarantee you that. He is the second coming of Felix Trinidad, Miguel Cotto. He's all of those. If he's as good as his record. Right now, it looks that way. He might have 2 titles on his waist by Sunday. And he will be a major player at that. Have you seen him lately?
Yes.
Yeah, he looks like a full-grown man now, dude. Like, the kid has grown up.
And we're not talking about just his facial hair, even though the facial hair makes him look a lot grown.
He's like Simba. He's like when Nala came back and Simba was grown, bro. That's what his hair looks like now. It's a little mane. But yeah, no, he's fucking ready. He's ready for the big time. You know what I'm saying? If he gets those 2 titles, no disrespect to the other guy, but we all know Zayas is the pusher here. He's the one pushing the ticket. Not a big ticket, seeing that they couldn't get TV rights. I can't believe it. It's got to be Bob's age. You know what, Miguel? All the people he worked with are probably out of the industry. Bob's got a phone book with a lot of calls that are going to fucking doot. This number has been. He's like, damn it. Where'd Joe go? He died.
Like, you outlived him. Remember? Like, oh shit. It's like, Bob, you literally have a fucking mini phone book there. Like, we don't use those anymore, Bob. It's like, oh, shut up.
They're all, Bob, Oscar's been in the business for 25 years now. What? You tell that punk.
What kind of business? Ripping off his promoter? No. One of those kind of.
He tells me he owes me money. He still screams that.
Yeah. He still owes me that fucking HBO pay-per-view. Oh my. Yeah, so that sucks, but there is another 154-pound championship that we don't have to go digging for. It's going to be on DAZN. It's if I can pronounce his name right, because I never can, Bakram Mortazaliev, the IBF champ who knocked out Tim Tszyu, who we last saw knock out Tim Tszyu, taking on Josh Kelly, English Olympian, fought at 147 for a hot minute. I remember I thought he was going to be the next hot shit because he throws hands, man. That fucker's cool. And then he gets worked one time and he gets a draw. Then he ends up getting a loss, and it's like, oh shit. Then he moves it to 154. Okay, cool. Now he's doing his best at 154. I don't think he's going to be able to beat Bakram. And when I see him fight, when I see Bakram fight, and I hear, I kind of get the impression he's kind of sort of, how do I explain it? Kind of sort of like the Matias, it's like, oh shit, he's the boogeyman. He knocked everybody out. Josh Kelly has the chance to come and prove that the fucker is not that. It's like, look, we just saw what happened with Matias. Everybody was avoiding him because the motherfucker has a heavy ass right hand, but he takes punches. This dude takes punches too. It's just that, unfortunately, Tim Tszyu didn't have the pop to hurt him, but he was landing the shots. It wasn't like he wasn't landing the shots on Bakram. So maybe Josh Kelly will pull off a oh man, I'm already blanking on his name. Dalton Smith. Yeah, Dalton Smith to pull off the upset against Matias. Maybe he can do the same thing. Maybe. But this is going to be in the UK, so it's going to be at least in his hometown, and it is going to be for the IBF 154-pound championship. So bam, we got ourselves two bomb-ass fights, pretty solid fights. One of them being a unification at 154, and one of them being a champ defending there. That's going to shape up how the next few months are gonna go, because like I said, we are going to see Fundora taking on Thurman. Thinking, what did they say? March, February, one of those. I forget which specific date. But anyway, we're going to see him in the first quarter, or at least that's the projection. We're going to see him in the first quarter of 2026. So, and we might still get Boots and Virgil. We might still get it. Holy hell, the 154-pound weight class is popping right now. And this weekend, we're going to have two title fights, one of them being a unification. I don't know if you're familiar with Josh Kelly, Andrew. He's an English dude. Usually those guys are over there, right? We don't really get to see them too regularly unless you're going to have to tune in early to DAZN. But I got the odds for that one here. Of course, the champion is the favorite, the heavy hitter, minus 340, Bakram, and Josh Kelly being at plus 270. It looks like the over-under is 10.5 rounds on each. The over is minus 110. The under is minus 120. So it looks like, actually, how would that work? If the over and under are both minus, does that mean what? It's a toss-up or what?
Yeah, basically. They don't have a favorite. Yep. Yep. Your casino wants money on both ends.
It's like whether it goes the distance or not, we're gonna get our fucking money one way or another. So
what I don't understand,
yeah, where
the fuck is the IBF champ in the top 10 of BoxRec ratings?
Oh, is it not?
Do you know they still have Tim Tszyu ranked number 9, and the guy that beat him is not there?
I think we've lost a lot of faith in BoxRec.
Well, you have. I didn't until right. They're hurting me right now. Where the fuck is? Do you know Nikita Tszyu is ranked number 19th?
Still ahead of Bakram?
I don't even see Bakram on the list, bro.
Wow.
It's Ortiz, Zayas, Bandura, Thurman, Madrimov, Erickson, Lubin.
Oh yeah, he's the winner.
Where's the IBF champ? I'm already at number 7. Samek, Tszyu, Adams, Boachuk, Baru, Lucero, Perez, Conwell, Kelly, Lima, Tszyu again. No, he's not on here. This is fucking weird. Did he get hurt?
Well, he hasn't fought since that fight, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he's fought since that Tszyu win, but he's still the champ. He still kept the belt.
Yes, dude. No, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. 24, so he's been out. Let me go to him to see if he's fought since 24. So it's September, October, right? So it's October of 24 is the last time he fought. No, that's what it is. Maybe they just dropped him from the ratings.
Inactivity?
Yeah. That's over a year.
Mm-hmm.
He's been out of the fight thing.
Maybe that's 3-4 months roughly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's crazy. That's a little of a shocker to me, but he has been out for a while. Hey, are you sure he's going to be active enough for this fight? Let's look at Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly has had only one fight. Oh God, these guys.
Since what, 2025?
24.
Oh,
Since
geez.
September of 24.
Oh, so it was around the same time almost.
I was like, oh, maybe Kelly has like 3 fights. Y'all get me all in there bouncing around on what the fuck? He had one fight, you had no fights. Sounds perfect. Ugh.
And you're fighting for a belt. Sure. Why not? Let's add that to it.
That makes sense. No, I'm just kidding. Don't start yelling. I won't start yelling. Oh yeah, I gotta tell everyone. I'm gonna try to tone it down a lot. I've been re-listening to my shows. I was telling Miguel earlier. I fucking hate that and some of my rants that my stupid microphone keeps cutting me off. That's not a connection. That's my mic telling me I'm too loud. So I'll try to tone that down.
What if you like kind of pull the mic a little bit from your? Maybe it's just too loud because it's so close to your mouth. I'm just saying.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I'll try it. I'll lift it up.
That's a possibility. I don't know. I mean, when you go on your rants, I'm saying not right now because right now you're very low because of how separate it is. But yeah, so definitely looking forward to this weekend's fights because there's a lot of them. Besides that Shakur one, we got Xander Zayas and if I can pronounce his name, Abbas Barao. Unification there, and then Bakram Murtazaliyev and Josh Kelly. Fuck yeah! All right, 154-pound.
We're not moving from the couch. That's what you're saying.
Right. Starting from the morning because that Josh Kelly and Bakram fight is in the morning, at least Pacific Standard Time. So you best believe there's going to be a big old indentation on the couch of my shape because that's how I do. I
am on call. So that kind of sucks. But my wife said she's leaving already. So Saturday, the house is all mine. Yes, it will be a day of fighting. Yes, sir. Expect a full report on everything that goes down.
Right, exactly. I like to basically, everybody knows I'm of Mexican descent, right? So I like my peanuts, my cacahuates. I like the cacahuates, spicy ones. That's pretty much what as my appetizer as I'm watching fucking fights, right? And then finally, dinner. We decided to, order dinner, but it's kind of my thing. I like to watch that. I mean, I like to eat those because it gives me that bar feel, right? I mean, that's kind of the way when you go to bars and you get the peanut stuff. And in addition to all of that, Andrew, I know it'll be a fight night for you, but it might also be a wrestling night because what's going to take place on the 31st of January? The 2026 Royal Rumble, WWE, yo. Why not? Let's add fake fighting to it. Why not? On top of everything else, shit. Because as I said earlier, there's even a UFC card that fucking weekend. Holy hell! And let's go ahead and just put the cherry on top. The 1st of February, we have the second Zuffa boxing card on Sunday. Jeez, holy hell! Tell your wife not to come home. You'll be like, yeah, babe, don't come home on Sunday either, because I got fuck church. At this point, I gotta watch some Zuffa boxing on Sunday. No. But yeah, it's gonna be quite the stacked weekend. All right.
Hey, Royal Rumble's on Sunday, no?
Oh shit, is it? Oh fuck, I thought it was this 31st. Well, okay, hold on. It's in Saudi Arabia, so maybe it is Sunday. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be.
I thought Royal Rumbles were on Sunday. All right.
Well, they normally were. I mean,
right? Okay, so I didn't have that wrong.
Yeah, that's how they used to be. At least I don't know if that's how they still are or not, but. Yeah, I could have sworn most pay-per-views, they don't call them pay-per-views anymore because they're technically not on pay-per-view anymore, but premium live events or PLEs as they call them, usually on Sundays. At least that's what I remember. But I saw that it was going to be on the 31st, and I was like, what the fuck? And that's a Saturday. So I don't
know. Come on. Yeah, it's saying the 31st. Yeah. Oh, that sucks, dude. Ugh, that's a lot of switching.
That's a lot of switching. But like I said, low key, check to see if you can split the screen on your TV because I heard that you can do that.
All right.
That's kind of what I like to do. All right. Before we move on to the next topic, was there anything else you wanted to add to these fights, Andrew, before we move on to the next one?
Nope. Doing good.
All right. So that leads us to our next topic. Let me go ahead and give you guys an idea of what we're going to be talking about here. Let's see if you guys can hear it.
A fugitive has been on the run for 90 minutes. Average foot speed over uneven ground, barring injury, is 4 miles an hour. That gives us a radius of 6 miles. What I want out of each and every one of you is a hard target search of every gas station, residence, warehouse, farmhouse, hen house, outhouse, or doghouse in that area.
Mhm.
Checkpoints go up to 15 miles. His name is
Gervonta Tank Davis. That's what the fugitive's name is. We got him, boys. We got him.
Tommy forgot to say.
So apparently, he did not turn himself in. However, Gervonta Tank Davis is in custody. He was arrested earlier today. There's a whole bunch of reports stating that they basically had to, like cuff his ass. Now, Andrew, you did tell me that you heard / saw that they had to basically corner that motherfucker because he wasn't.
They boxed him in. I'm trying to find it right now. They boxed him in though, and it looks like he was shopping. That's why I said the Gucci store. They might have caught Gervonta down in the fashion district of Miami.
They caught him shopping at the Oshkosh Bagosh because of his height. But
you might as well spend the last few dollars you have, right?
right. I like to take pride in our show, and I know that we helped the detectives find Gervonta because I kept saying, why the hell hasn't he turned himself in? WBA, why haven't you taken the belt away? But according to what I'm reading here, Gervonta Davis has been taken into police custody 2 weeks after a warrant was issued in connection with a domestic violence allegation. Miami Gardens police confirmed his arrest today with assistance from a U.S. Marshal. Oh, shit, I'm telling you, they called Tommy Lee Jones. Further news says Gervonta Tank Davis could face up to 21 years in a Florida state prison.
Wow.
Holy hell, that sure as hell. I could understand why he wanted to spend those last few dollars. It's like, you know what? Let me go to the mall real quick, get me one more hot dog on a stick lemonade before they toss my ass into the slammer. But yeah, that's some serious trouble. Let me see if I can find. I remember there would be another report on here that has like more details. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Okay, here we go. So Tank Davis is now being. Oh, this is sought after authority. This is after. But basically, this is what happened. According to reports, Davis is facing serious charges, including battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping, with surveillance footage reportedly backing the claims. Because he did not surrender, U.S. Marshal Fugitive Task Force is now involved. Of course, this is a few days ago before the actual arrest. If convicted on all charges, if he has to be convicted on all charges, mind you, in order for this to happen, Davis could face up to 21 years in prison, putting both his freedom and boxing career in major jeopardy. Once one of the sport's biggest stars, Tank now faces the possibility of losing everything outside of the ring. Now, I can understand why there will be no Lamont Roach Jr. rematch because home dude he's got to run. He's on the run, right? But they finally caught him. Andrew, were you able to find that clip of him being cornered or whatever it was?
No, I haven't. Sorry.
Okay. no biggie. But yeah, I mean, so he wasn't, he didn't turn himself in. I know he's an avid listener of the show, but he didn't want to take our advice. I did say, Gervonta, just do everyone a favor and get yourself, checked in or turned in, I should say. And clearly he decided he was going to go a different route, and they had to basically find him at this fucking mall or wherever it was, shopping, I guess. Now, I did see a quick clip of that, and it sort of looked like he was just wearing some sort of fucking like sweater or something like that. That shit looked weird because it looked like his sweater was like torn. Did you see that? It just looked like it was like his sweater was torn. I don't know how recent that picture was necessarily, but it just looked weird because maybe that's just the style. I don't know. It's like some cardigan or something.
That's the style, and it probably costed $15,000, Miguel.
Oh my!
I've seen jeans that are ripped, bro, that cost $5,000 in those stores, man. Yeah, I work in San Francisco, and it's like, what? Yeah, it's weird. And it almost looks like they're trying to dress like homeless people. And they're spending thousands to do it.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had my fair share of distressed jeans, but I'm sure as hell not paying more than $60 for them because that's my kind of my budget as far as clothing goes. I get Levi's. I don't buy the super expensive shit because, quite frankly, it's unnecessary. But with somebody like him, knowing he's going into the slammer or could potentially go into slammer, mind you, this says if he's found guilty on all the charges. However, if he's found guilty on maybe two of the charges, that's still some jail time, That's still going to be some jail time. So he's going to have to really hit one out the park with his lawyer to get him off the hook on every single one of those charges, which, quite frankly, if there's video surveillance confirming it, is highly unlikely that he's going to get away scot-free and not get charged with any one of those things, right? Or convicted, I guess, is the word. But damn, Andrew, how the mighty have fallen, huh? We were talking about this dude and having a rematch with Lamont, and then boom, just like that, I should say, he's out of here. And I guess the possibility.
It says Gervonta Davis was arrested in Miami Design District after U.S. Marshals allegedly tracked his location from his activity on Instagram. Could have swore we told them that 2 weeks ago, right?
Right.
If they just fucking listen, Miguel, But yeah, and it does show him being escorted, and it does look like there was a car boxed in. So yeah, they took him down on the street. Crazy. What this does mean, though, that he's coming back. Because look, you guys, 20 years, that equals millions and millions of dollars. That equals millions of dollars in court fees. That equals millions of dollars in fees to the judge, probably. The lawyer gives him a piece. Don't get it twisted. And fucking the plaintiff, right? She's gonna get paid. Millions is about to leave him. He'll do a little time, but he won't do too much because he has the money and he has the career to even give him more money. They might hit him for some future money too on this one, So no, he's coming back. He just needs to make sure he doesn't get one of those judges, like I said the other day, dude, that is going to be like, you know what? This is your third time. I'm done looking at you. I don't care about your money. You're going away for two. That's what he needs to hope. He needs to hope that he has a money-hungry judge that will look at the ref, look at the lawyer, same thing, but look at the lawyer and go, lunch?
Right.
Lunch later? Yes, sir, lunch later.
Yeah, it's like lunch later at the design industry, right? Or district, or what the fuck, right? Where do they catch him? Okay, so money hungry judge, we want it, right? But that means he has to be out of jail to fight. If he gets convicted on any one of these, that means jail time, doesn't it? I mean, he's not going to be able to fight anytime soon. Of course, this is the worst case scenario, according to this report here, is he's found guilty on all the charges that could lead him to 21 years in prison. However, these are like 3 or 4 different charges here. So if he gets away with maybe 2 and the other 2 get dropped for whatever reason, that's still some time in jail, no?
Yes, most likely all the charges will come down during the court case as they get closer to
come down. What do you mean?
The DA will take lesser charges. They're going to plead out guilty on something much lesser, but pay out millions.
Gotcha. But that means that what? No jail time at all, or very little?
Because of his age and his worth, maybe no jail time. I hate being a dick, but they always say rich people get away with shit, right? He's a rich person, and he's rich because he can still make money. That's what all of these vampires know about this young man, is if you put him in the ring, you get another check out of him. So they might, the lawyers can go, Your Honor, he can't stop his way of living. He's got a family. Really, he's just saying, we'll give you money. We'll give you more money. So it's all code talk, bro. And they do go out to lunch. They do.
Yeah. But like, he can still make money. Did you see how much Joshua made with his fight with Paul? That was supposed to have been, Gervonta's spot there.
Yeah. How much did he give you up front? 500,000. I'll slip 200 of that in a fucking cake at my door, and we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. We'll start talking about dropping these charges today.
Yeah. Put one of those guys in an envelope and slip it in my mailbox, and I think we can call it good.
Hey, we're all gonna get Gervonta 20 years. Judge gonna be like, these guys.
Yeah. Like, how do these guys know that we fucking take these bribes? These sons of bitches. Like, no, fuck that. We're gonna go by the book this time. Gervonta, get your ass in the slammer.
Today we make an example. Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. We were gonna let you off the hook, Gervonta, but these guys on the fucking internet on the interwebs decided to rat us out on our proceedings, under the table proceedings. So all right, well, let's see that. Let's say no jail time. Okay, let's say he gets away with it. We're looking at a return for Gervonta. What, maybe summer? That sound reasonable?
Oh, I don't know. I won't call. I can't
No.
call when his return is, but his return is most definitely yes. And do you know what? This might be the thing that pushes him over the edge to take on some hard fights too, because now Al's got him. Now Al gets to sink his teeth. Everyone gets to sink their teeth in now. He's the, you know what I mean? He needs to make the money. Oh, we can make your money. You're gonna have to do some things. At least they're not dirty things.
Yeah. It's like, we're not gonna ask you to do something that you haven't already done.
Exactly.
You know, it will not require any baby oil by any stretch. It might get some grease out of your face if you go to the same fucking person who does your hair.
Yep. But no, he might have to take some of those fights that he was avoiding for a long time. Yep.
Damn. And I mean, what a weight class to come back to, right? I mean, if Shakur comes back to 135, or maybe by this point he's just ready to go up to 140, there's plenty of money to be made. It's not like there isn't enough money there. I'm sure he can figure out a way to fight any one of those top guys at 135 or 140 and earn a very, very nice paycheck, as we're going to see now this weekend with Shakur and Teofimo.
Turkey, just to fuck around, should send him those Lamborghinis now. Seriously.
Yeah, exactly right.
No.
It's like, can you drive these right now? Can you? Your feet are in cuffs. Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you can't afford the tune-up. We can help you with that.
Yeah, and it'd be cool if he shows up. He's like, "Oh, here's the thing. Oh, where's Gervonta? What's going on with? You tell me what's going on here. Like, I could have sworn."
Did you see Turkey the other day in the beanie doing some like post from his car? I believe it was Turkey. It was like the most Americanized turkey I've seen. And, you know, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Maybe he wears beanies in Saudi Arabia. I don't think they have to, but maybe they do. I don't know. But he had a beanie on, like the play. He like looked straight New York, dude. But he still was talking like Turkey. I was like, but it was so unrecognizable because you don't see him than anything else than his.
Wait, that was Turkey? That wasn't fucking Rick Reno.
No, I don't think it was.
Because I think I know what video you're talking about, but that's not him.
Okay,
hold on.
I was totally tripped out, bro. I was like, whoa, Turkey's getting Americanized.
Oh shit, I think you're right. Dude,
yeah.
I thought that was Rick Reno. No joke. No fucking joke. Because of the way he dressed. I was like, look at this fucking dude clowning. Hold on. Let me hear his voice.
I told you he dresses him, bro.
Oh. Yes, dude, you just blew my mind. I thought it was Rick Reno. I did see that shit. That's a trip, and he's all clean shaven and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird, yo. What the fuck is that about, man? Wow, I did see that. Holy shit! It didn't even click. I didn't even look at the damn caption. I didn't see.
I didn't know who's buying the gold chains and the hats. He's dressing him like the guy he always wanted to be, bro.
Damn.
Power to you, Rick. I would give a shit. I'd be like, fuck it. You want me to wear Indiana Jones in 2026? Let's ride. Let's do it.
Yeah. Like, you want me to carry around a whip and a fucking like fake skull? Yeah.
It's better than Max Kellerman eating your ass in the back. I see what he's doing.
Yeah. It's like, are you saying I don't have to do that? I'm done.
Or kiss your ass. I don't want him. Yeah. Turkey probably gonna fire me. Like, fuck that guy.
Oh geez, that's the next one. Yeah, let's get that straight because those are two different things. Those are two very, very different things.
Yeah, exactly.
They mean very different things.
Just kissing.
Yeah,
we're not tossing those salads.
Yes, at least that we know of. That we know of.
Remember an HBO documentary? Did you ever see that one about prisons?
No, I mean I've seen documentaries about prisons, but not the HBO one. No.
The one where the guy's like, "I like my salad toss." I was like, "Oh, everybody that was watching it said, what the fuck this dude just say? Oh, don't go to jail, kids. Don't go to jail."
Gervonta, pay your lawyers to make sure that your ass doesn't get in there. Just saying. You know what they do to tiny dudes. I'm just saying. You can throw down, but not against 3 or 4 motherfuckers who lift weights. And are very, very motivated to do so. Oh man, they're like, "Oh, what? You beat up on chicks? Oh, okay." Whew. But I did see that video. Now that I didn't realize it was him though. Holy shit! Wow. All right. Well, anything else we want to talk about Gervonta before as we move on to the next one?
Nah. Hopefully you're back. I don't know even if hopefully is the right word. I haven't seen the video. Once that video hits, then we'll know how much trouble he really is in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very, very good point. So on the subject of Turkey and the ring, it was recently announced that one Tyson Fury will be making a comeback for the umpteenth time. Umpteenth, I don't even know what word you would use there, but again, I don't even believe it when I hear him retiring, any more so than I believed Teofimo Lopez retired, or Shakur Stevenson, or Keyshawn Davis, any one of those motherfuckers.
Girls, when they say he's just a friend,
right? Girls, when they say we need to take a break, like, oh no, I know where you're going, sweetheart.
I know where that's
Look for the break. But Tyson Fury returns. It has been confirmed he will take on, if I can pronounce his name properly, Arslanbek Makhmudov. Ooh, that's a hard one. On April 11th, live on Netflix. Oh shit! All right. Now, in the background, they have what appears to be some sort of soccer stadium, which I assume is going to be in the UK. So presumably, you can connect the dots, right, and guess that this fight is going to take place in the UK on the 11th of April. Now, I want to say that date sounds very familiar because I think that is Deontay Wilder's return, also taking place in on the 11th. Who was he? Chisora, fighting Chisora,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And the fight's going to be in London. Is
Mhm.
this going to be on the same card, yo? Is this where we're
Oh,
going
it's
here?
huge if it is.
Because, I mean, that seems, though, that's the direction they're going. Same date, same, most likely, same, country, I should say. So,
And
heavyweight.
you heard about Usyk, right?
Oh, you said wanting to look someone else? Going someone else?
Usyk, Andy Ruiz is being mentioned right now with the winner Wilder. If he beats Chisora, Usyk's already saying he still wants Wilder. So it looks like Usyk might be taking on Ruiz and Wilder if he's
Oh,
has a
what?
victory.
So is that the fight that we're gonna get in July in San Francisco? That 135,000 or whatever the fuck?
I truly don't think
Ruiz?
that. I don't think that thing's going. I think that thing's done already.
No
We'll
shit,
see.
really?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh yeah.
I was
think-
just when I had an excuse to go out and visit you, Andrew. They had to fucking throw this under the bus.
We'll see. You know, don't mark my words on it, but yeah, maybe it is. Who knows? That would be weird though, because Andy is not a big draw out here in San Francisco, and neither is. It's not going to be 135,000. It'll be a waste of money. Whoever does that. But so it's a good matchup, right? You got this happening. You got Tyson Fury coming back, and Wilder and Chisora on the same night. So Netflix. I know, bro. My eyes are like, because look, I didn't expect, I don't expect the numbers to be that big for that fight. Netflix have been spoiled so far, right? Yeah, we did the numbers earlier. It's like 100 and something million, 40 million, and 30 million, something like that. They're 3 shows they put on. Am I correct on that?
Yeah. Those were they're accurate.
So they've been spoiled. I don't know if Tyson Fury versus this guy is going to match that. Now, if you put Deontay Wilder on the undercard, it does significantly better, I believe, in America's numbers because of the relationship that Fury and Wilder have, the fan base that they created with their fights. I think there is some interest there. But yeah, I'm not used to these giant numbers yet, right? And we'll talk about it later on Paramount, especially because Zuffa did have their opening bout and no numbers were released, which is not a good sign. So I'm not used to saying 50 million Miguel are going to watch this or 25 million. I don't know what the average is yet for boxing on Netflix. but I don't expect. I will be blown away. Like, bro, like we have boxing so underestimated if that fight comes in at 40+ million views too.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it does because well, again, we'll talk about it later, but the majority of people already have Netflix, right? Especially in the UK, we saw the number up there. So it's not like they necessarily have to subscribe to anything. They already most likely have it. So it's like, oh, what? We're going to watch some boxing unless it's like it's in the morning or something. I mean, for us over here, maybe the numbers won't be as much because prime time is what we're talking about, right? So I don't know if they're going to go that direction or not, but I have to assume most people already have it and they're going to tune in because they already have it. I was looking at his opponent here, only 2 losses, one in 2024 and one in 2023, one to Guido Vianello, which we're familiar with by TKO. He lost that one. And then one to the current heavyweight monster, Ajit Kabayel. This was back in 2023 by 4th round TKO. So his only 2 losses have come by way of TKO. So it's only 2 losses. He's got 21 wins with 19 KOs. That's pretty significant for a heavyweight. That's pretty good. 36 years old, from Russia. So those guys are hard to take down. But yeah, man, I don't think this is going to do humongous numbers by any stretch, but it'll do a decent amount considering everybody already has Netflix. But yeah, this is Tyson Fury's comeback, and understandably is not going to be against a major name or any sort of guy who's going to put on a real serious threat. This guy's might be a live underdog, right? I mean, I'm not too familiar with him. I'll have to take a look at his fighting style to see how it matches up or pairs up against Tyson Fury. But yeah, it looks as though that might be the direction they're going. If it's the same date and same country, we might get Chisora and Wilder as the co-main event on this one. Why not? Forget. Were you able to find anything or no? Oh, sorry, I don't know if you were looking for some.
No, I'm doing it. I was looking up the subscribers for both Netflix and Paramount because that's pretty big, and there is a big difference. It's 325 million subscribers for Netflix, 79.1 million for Paramount.
Yeah.
So there is a significant difference. We were talking about it earlier. That is HBO to Showtime. It really is.
Well, let's get into it because that was the next topic. We might as well.
Go ahead.
So Andrew and I were having a conversation earlier today. I did see a post that I saw it, and then he had sent it to me afterwards, that the debut of the UFC 324 on Paramount Plus did roughly 5.9 million viewers. This was the first one. It said UFC 323 viewership peaked at 5.93 million viewers with an average live audience reaching 4.6. The caption says, "Very promising to start a new era of fights." So when I saw this, I thought to myself, "Oh shit, this is a pretty decent number." I thought, right? I mean, considering how many people haven't or didn't previously have Paramount Plus, we saw this report of a whole bunch of people unsubscribing from ESPN and ESPN Plus, and then moving over to Paramount Plus, and that included me because I got rid of my ESPN and I moved over to Paramount Plus. So I watched the fight, of course, and I thought, well, peaking at 5.9 million viewers, that sounds pretty good to me. I mean, that's not bad. And then in comes Andrew spiking the volleyball down to the fucking sand in my face. I was like, bro, no. So please, Andrew, explain to us why this number is far lower than it should have been.
Well, I mean, all right. So first off, what I told Miguel, you guys, is if you guys would have asked me last week what I thought the numbers were going to be for the UFC's first fight on Paramount, I would never have said under 10 million views. Not when boxing has been showing us nothing but 108 million Paul versus Tyson. Canelo Crawford was 41 million. Paul versus Joshua was 33 million. When I see these numbers, there's no fucking way, with everything that you media and over the last 20 years have been feeding me about this UFC thing, about how big it was getting, how it was going to take over boxing, and it's just, that's the way it was going. I would have looked so stupid today. I told Miguel that I would have said 60 million, 70 million. I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to do better than it was going to be somewhere in the middle. Swear to God. 5.9. You guys listen. The $7 billion is over a 7-year deal, right? So that's $1 billion a year that Netflix needs to, Paramount needs to make back before they actually profit.
Yeah, to break even.
To break even, correct? That I'm being honest, right?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Math. Okay. So 5.9 million views. If you times that by $8.99, and I only get that price because Dana told me just last week, hey, you guys are only spending $8.99 for this, so deal with it. So I times it by $8.99. Comes out to like $54 million, dude. $54 million. If you times that by 10, put 10 fights on it, that's only 500 million. They're not coming close to their billion, and they need 5.9. Now look, maybe that White House card is going to be the one that brings in. I mean, dude, at 79 million, they can never reach Jake Paul with the current subscriptions that Paramount has. But maybe all 89 million watch. Fuck it, Miguel. Every Paramount. You see how outrageous that sounds?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. They need a better plan.
So, but you don't think they'll reach $1 billion, let's say, in made back when it is January, mind you. We still have the rest of the year till the end of January. So by the end of the year, you don't think they'll achieve that billion over, I should say, so they can profit?
They're behind the ball right now, big time.
They're already in the red.
They're already in the red, yes. Okay. And if you do the math off of this fight, they're going to stay in the red. They're going to be short almost 400 million by the end of the year. If every fight comes to 5.9, but you know what? That Patty kid I know was someone they were trying to lean on. I don't know how many Patties they have in the UFC right now. You know, is the next guy going to bring 5 million views? I seen a bunch of people that weren't even happy with the telecast, right? Once again, I'm not trying to shit on the shit, but the commercials seem to be pissing everybody off. I love all the memes, though. They're like, this is what it feels like watching the UFC in 26. And it's always the guy's about to get knocked out. And then he goes, be a Burger King or something.
Did you see the one where like it was basically the two dudes and like all the rest of the background was a whole bunch of ads? It was like a whole bunch of like different like Netflix, Vizio, this and that. Just a bunch of them. It's just like you can't even see the hot dog on cage. It was just that. That one kind of had me rolling a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will see what happens. It's not. I never would have predicted this start, dude. I never would have predicted. Bro, when you tell me a sport's dying and 108 million tune in to watch fucking 60-something-year-old Mike Tyson, I'm thinking the UFC's bringing that same energy, you know? Hey, UFC fans, I'm dead serious, man. If it's true about the $8.99 it gets you in the ball game, what the fuck is holding you guys back? I think they deserve a little bit more than $8.99. 5.9 million viewers when boxing is throwing so high. I mean, seriously, like, look, you guys, Miguel, do the math. Let's say Paramount goes, let's invest in Jake Paul. It's a stupid thing, but let's just say it. Fight number 1, 108 million views. They just made $899 million on subscriptions in day one. Do you get where their bosses had to have woke up this morning or Sunday morning and been like, what the fuck happened last night? You don't think they seen Jake Paul's numbers and we're like, dude, we're going to fucking trump that kid?
Yeah. I mean, well, at least that was the hope. That was the hope, right? That wasn't, it didn't turn out that way, but I'm sure that's what they had in mind for sure.
Yeah. So we'll see what Sunday have. You said Sunday there's another UFC card on
Saturday. Sunday is the Zuffa card. Is the Zuffa boxing card,
and that is another one. Yeah, you know what? Well, when you start talking, I'm going to look up Paramount. Did you see anything on Zuffa's numbers?
No, no. I mean, all I heard, unfortunately, was just a whole bunch of bad shit, right? I mean, everything from the card looking just like a UFC card, but just with boxing. Add to that the shittiness of the trunks. People didn't like that shit, right? They were just like these cheap ass shits. And I mean, I have to assume that if the UFC is going, or Zuffa is going to follow the UFC model with this Zuffa boxing, then what's gonna come next is the what's the word? They already have uniforms, I guess we can say, but it's going to be the brand uniforms. There was a while that the UFC had a deal with Reebok, and Reebok was providing them with their fight kits and the shorts and shit like that. And then that eventually ended, and then they moved over to Venom, which is what they currently use, that name brand Venom. I myself had a pair of Venom shorts back in the day. They were pretty comfortable, nothing crazy. But anyway, it's just I thought I'd throw in my 2 cents there. But anyway, I suspect they're going to end up doing the same thing with Zuffa Boxing at some point. They are going to have some sort of brand, sort of like the NFL for whatever deal they have with their jerseys, being Reebok or Nike or whomever makes their jerseys now or at any point in the past. That's sort of what they were trying to do with the UFC stuff and with the Reebok deal that they had several years back, and then now the Venom deal. I suspect Zuffa's going to go that route, or Zuffa Boxing, I meant to say, is going to be going that route very soon. So we might not see the nice looking trunks yet, at least, but in the near future, I'm sure they're going to pair up with some brand. Maybe it's an MMA brand, maybe it's a boxing brand, maybe it's Everlast. They'll have an Everlast deal, and they'll all use Everlast trunks. I suspect that's where they're going to go anyway. But yeah, all I've heard is a lot of bad shit. I have yet to hear any numbers, though. I don't know how many people tuned in to watch it. I mean, I did. Andrew, you tuned in to watch it. Our secret investor decided to tune in to watch it. I'm sure a lot of people tune in to watch it as well. I mean, for as much as people are talking shit about it, there's sure a lot of people that tune in to watch it, right? I mean, granted, it was primarily curiosity. I think it wasn't even so much anything else, so much that it was curiosity. But regardless, it counts. A view. So I have yet to see or hear of any numbers as far as like viewership for that Zuffa's first card. And hell, we already have a second one coming up on Sunday, main evented by Rayo Jose Valenzuela against. Man, I already forgot his opponent's name. I'll look it up here momentarily. But anyway, any luck finding any numbers or anything like that? Andrew?
No, basically it says they're still pending. It says specific viewership numbers for the boxing event are pending, but the UFC 4.9 average, the average one. So no,
it's not pending, yo. They fucking know.
Yep.
If they have the data from the night that follows the Saturday card, they have the they have the data for Friday card. They're doing the PBC shit and keeping quiet probably because it sucked.
Yeah.
High likelihood that it sucked there. Diego Torres, by the way, I just looked it up right now, is the one that's going to be fighting Jose Valenzuela. But yeah, I just saw that. Oh, you know what? Oh, go ahead.
What I found interesting about the information you sent me on the deal, so it's not 10 million a year, it's 100 million a year.
Right?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He pocketed a lot of money on the first card.
right. Which is precisely where it was going to fucking go. It wasn't like it's a surprise. We knew precisely where that money was going to go the first. But yes, I do agree. When I saw that, I was like, oh, what? Now it's 100 fucking million, or what the hell was it? I don't even remember what the number was. But when I saw that, I'm like, oh, come on. Now we went from going to 10 million a year, which was supposed to have been the budget, now to like 100 million.
Yeah, they said that's what Paramount, I believe Paramount gave the TKO and Seal group. How do you say it?
Oh, Sella.
Excuse me, guys. Sella group. Sella owns 60%. TKO owns 40%. Right? So they'll split that. They'll split that money. Now, why Turkey has to give another 10 million? Because I still think Turkey's giving, maybe that 10 million's just for the farming system of Zuffa Boxing, that little pay scale that they're doing. Because I still have to believe that that's some kind of farming system until he becomes the UFC in his mind, where he has all his top 10 are going to be the 10 best in the world, right? Because they're already pushing. You see, Dana's already pushing that, where the guys that fight under my banner are going to be the best fighters in the world. So maybe they're going to try to build that. up. But so that 10 million has to be for the beginning of.
So that's the part of it, because I'm reading this here on fucking Facebook. It says Paramount is reportedly believed to be paying Zuffa Boxing, which is owned by Sella, 60% Sella and TKO percent is 100 million. So it's 100 million from Paramount plus the 10%. So we're looking at 110 million total.
That's what I think. Yes.
Okay.
Unless, or maybe Turkey and Sella worked out a deal where, we have 60%, but 10 million of that will go right back to you guys for our pitch in on, the Zuffa belt stable or the Zuffa belt ranking system, and that's how they'll get their ranking system up. Is the 10 million. I seen a pretty interesting reel about cash flow and how he looks so different in this fight with under Zuffa than when he has in his other fights. Did you catch that one?
No.
It just showed him, and the dude's come in as Fanta the Opera. He's come in as a tiger. Like for Halloween, he was in a full tiger. Just always a real wide imagination, real showman, right? His hair has been braided. His hair has been different colors. I think he had the Mexican flag one time on his head. A lot of different. He's a showman. And look at what they had in the ring that night. They ripped him of all of that. Now you're just a fighter. Get your ass in the ring.
Damn, you're just a number now, homie.
Yeah.
Damn, you're just second on the card.
Yeah. And nothing on his trunks. Oh, he had trunks like Camacho and what, the little
the gladiator ones.
Exactly. Exactly. And they what did it say? Oh, it said Inoue's future opponent. The guy goes, in the MMA, you could never do this. No one will ever allow that in Zuffa. You can't call out guys on your trunks. Just weird, dude. That cash flow. He took that deal when it looked like the kid's undefeated. The kid had Floyd Mayweather kind of momentum behind him. His name is still popular. The cash flow, like everyone that watched boxing back then, kind of knows this young man's name. And then I heard one of them on the card say it. All I have to do is keep fighting to make up the money. And it's like, bro, that's what they all thought. That's when someone from the UFC really needs to call this kid and go, dude, we all thought, oh, yeah, dude, keep fighting. But then you get suspended. Then you get blocked. Then you get on Dana's shit side and he doesn't fight you for fucking 3 months or 4 months.
It's too late now. I mean, they can still call him up and hit him up about it and be like, bro, you fucked up. But at this, did you see? I saw somebody else signed with him with Zuffa. I think it was, I want to say it was a former Shakur opponent, that De Los Santos dude. Okay. I think he just, I forgot his name, but anyway, I'll pull it up here real quick. Here we go. Let me see if I can find it here, because I could have sworn I read that he signed with Zuffa. Let me see if I can find it here real quick, because here we go. Edwin De Los Santos. Let me pull the thing here on. This is Ready to Fight. This is the website. Zuffa Boxing bolsters roster. Edwin De Los Santos joins Dana White's promotion. And this was literally today. Dominican lightweight boxer Edwin De Los Santos has officially become a fighter for the premier, I don't know about that, boxing promotion, Zuffa Boxing. This was revealed by the fighter's manager, Adrian Clark. In June 2025, Edwin was scheduled to fight Keyshawn Davis, but the then WBO champion missed weight and the bout was canceled. December, he fought his first bout since losing to Shakur Stevenson. He knocked out Mexican Elliot Chavez, yada, yada, yada. Details of the deal and Edwin's potential opponent in the promotion are still currently unknown. All right. So, yeah, I guess the aforementioned Edwin De Los Santos has now signed with Zuffa Boxing.
Yeah. So, no, it's they got money. They got more money.
Right.
It has changed again.
Yep.
So,
yet again.
And then we heard about the Bam Bam Rodriguez potential signing, and now we're hearing that it was for a multi-million-dollar contract. What the fuck?
And once again, this is Eddie Hearn, repeating what he said before. He says Jairo Batalla is going to come in here and he's going to make more money than Paddy Pimblett did in the main event of the UFC card. That's and he says that should ruffle some feathers at the UFC. But if this doesn't, nothing will. And I think Ariel Helwani was talking to him about it. I think that's who it was on the other side of the table. And he's like you said, if this doesn't ruffle the feathers, nothing will really.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting what's going on right now. That's why I'm talking about it. I know even my wife was like, "Why do you keep bringing it up?" And it's this is all new territory for everybody. Everyone's finding their place right now. Things have changed though. We've seen first we've seen the networks left. HBO, Showtime, ESPN. Boom, gone. Right? Now we're on this new era. Everyone's trying to find their mark. Everyone's trying. Miguel, I'm serious. I thought the motherfucking numbers are going to be like 100 million. And the motherfucking UFC going to be like, I told you while they're crip walking. Average 80 million last night. Like, fuck. That's what I really thought was going to come down the pipeline, dude. You know, bro, that streaming shit is, I mean, what is that called when you're stealing it?
Oh, well, illegal streaming. It's
illegal streaming must be fucking real. I mean, because the sport is popular, right?
Yeah.
But the numbers aren't showing. And I kind of always had that feeling when they weren't getting the second deal. And I sometimes I say it wrong. I say a lot of things wrong. I didn't mean it by like the next year they got cut. I'm saying after their deal was over, it's never like someone's going, nah, you're not leaving me. Bro, we did great things together. Here's another. What did I pay you last time? I'm doubling it. You're staying on my network. It never happens. So it's always been in the back of my mind. And then now with these two platforms that we can't really hide the numbers. There is no bullshit in these guys. These guys, they run the entertainment business, right? These are Paramount and Netflix. Pretty big. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie.
But isn't that the case with everybody else? Well, everybody else. Top Rank didn't get a second ESPN deal, right? They only had one. Right, we're hearing that Oscar De La Hoya is pretty much gone from the zone.
They had a deal with HBO for 30 years, though. That's
but it wasn't an exclusive deal. It was like,
it doesn't matter.
Well, that's how it is now, though. Now it's all exclusive, so it's like they don't go on another channel. Showtime, you can pick up a Top Rank card, or Lou DiBella.
Well, we're seeing them bounce between DAZN and Netflix, though. Those are two networks. They're not the same.
Okay.
You know what I mean? No, I think Showtime and HBO held it down for boxing for quite a long time, man. They put on numerous fights. Numerous different branches of boxing. They had ShowBox. They had championship boxing. They had boxing after dark. It wasn't like they just put on one little boxing event. They had many outlets on both networks, and they were home for HBO for 30 years. 40
years.
40 years.
It was fucking 40. Yeah, I remember it being 40 because I went to that last card and that was like the big thing. It was like, after 40 some odd years, it might have been like 41, 42 or something like that. But it was like it cleared 40.
Okay, no, that picks me up then. That's even better.
Yeah.
So that's where I was always leaning. Now we can't hide the numbers. The numbers are out there. Hey, they have a fight coming up on Sunday. We'll see how they do. And so does boxing. Boxing has Tyson Fury coming up on Netflix. That's not the Jake Paul attachment, right? Watch there only be 1 million views, and Andrew will be sad on that next Sunday.
Well, we're gonna find out though, because I mean, up until recently, it's been primarily on Netflix. Jake Paul or Canelo, and then the women's fight, right? And then the women's fight, which they did big numbers. So this card is gonna have none of them. It's gonna have somebody who's not really a U.S. star at all, and what's his name, in Tyson Fury. So maybe he'll do good numbers over there. I don't know what the total is going to be, but we'll bring up this conversation again in April after to see where this lands on the major landscape of everything as far as views go.
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, moving on to our what should be our last topic here, on the subject of money. One Oscar De La Hoya has defaulted on a $27 million commercial mortgage-backed commercial mortgage-backed securities loan for his downtown Los Angeles office building at, if you want to pay him a visit, 626 Wilshire Boulevard. And
it's
now,
empty, Miguel.
right, exactly. It's empty now. It's like there might still be like one of his IBF belts still inside if you could just kind of peek inside the fucking glass, right? But
Hey, you'll find maybe a business card that says De La Hoya Golden Boy Promotions
Yeah.
on the floor or some shit.
Yeah. It'll be like, when the sun damages the paint and it's just the outline of like the Golden Boy logo because the logo is not there anymore and that was just the fucking shadow of it. It says with about $23 million still owed according to the notice of default and election to sell date later this year. The latest service commentary via Morningstar Credit notes that the borrower is seeking a loan modification and extension of the maturity date, and the lender will continue discussions. So, let me see here. Oscar De La Hoya defaults on downtown LA offices, faces foreclosure. Boxer owes $23 million debt on a financial district mid-rise. The 12-story, roughly 150,000 square foot property at this Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles was only 60% occupied, according to servicer commentary as of last summer. Downtown offices, which have become the poster child for post-pandemic distress, had a 34.4 vacancy rate as the fourth quarter of last year per CBRE report. Okay, so he's defaulted on this loan here.
Sounds like a lot of people have, though.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of people have for sure. Him being one of them. Maybe he's on the move. Maybe he's going to go somewhere else. We don't know. But it's kind of funny that, you did mention this earlier, right? That Oscar De La Hoya wants to bring up whenever, Dana White is in some sort of in the news for whatever reason for finances. But here we are. I wonder if he's going to do a clapback Thursday on himself and be like, hey, yo, don't believe the hype. Don't believe what the fuck they're telling you. This is actually what happened. Maybe he's going to give us some sort of explanation, or maybe he will not address it at all.
He absolutely has to. I don't like the clapback Thursday if he doesn't bring it up on his own shit. When we're only speaking the facts, well, speak the facts on Golden Boy's situation, because one, that's a pretty big debt. They said a $27 million and he still owes 23. Mm-hmm. That's you bought a big house and really didn't do anything. You didn't buy anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of those, you had the house for a few years and then the banks took it back, but you still tell everyone you bought the motherfucker. You didn't buy shit. You weren't even close. Stop it, Oscar. You paid $7 million on the 20. What did he pay?
No, $3 million.
$3 million.
Yeah, because it's a $27 million loan.
Oh my god!
And he still owes $23 million on it. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oscar. Yeah, that's not a lot at all. 12-story building, 60%. He didn't own all 12 floors, right? They're saying that is a 12-story building. Oscar owned one of the floors, I'm hoping, and not all 12.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't specify that. The way they described it, it doesn't sound like he's occupied it the most. It just said the 12-story, roughly 150,000 square foot property at this address was only 60% occupied, according to whomever it was. But yeah, it just seems like people were already bouncing. So no, I'm sure. Maybe he had a few floors on there. I don't know.
No way Golden Boy is a 12-story building. That's insane. That's right. A waste of money. Insane. That's Mike Tyson. Did you hear Mike Tyson's story about buying his neighbor's house for his fucking tiger because the tiger didn't like the lion?
No,
yeah, him and Shaquille, dude, are doing some sports stories, and Mike throws his fucking one. I didn't know Mike had a lion too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I've seen a tiger. I didn't know he had a lion.
Yeah, I didn't know he had a lion too. And Shaq's like, "You had a lion?" He's like, "Yeah, I had a lion, but my tiger didn't like it, so I had to keep him next door." And they're like, or no, he said I had to keep him somewhere else. And they were like, "Where?" And he's like, "I bought my neighbor's house." And so the tiger just stood at my neighbor's house, and Shaquille goes, "That's when you know you got too much fucking money, Mike." And he goes, yeah, back then I had too much money. It's like, fucking Mike, man. That was probably all in court as he's telling Don how much he ripped him off. They're like, bro, you have a fucking tiger and a lion in your backyard.
Yeah, and technically you bought the lion a house. That's what this sounds like. It's like he's in there by himself. You literally bought that motherfucker a brand new house. He's not your wife. You don't buy him a house.
Right.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So Oscar, we want to hear you. Want to hear something? Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
About that. I thought Golden Boy moved to Las Vegas, bro. Now, when I try to look it up, I can't find an address there, but I could have swore when he built that fucking $50 million home or whatever he had out there that he moved Golden Boy Promotions to, and it doesn't make up for $23 million in debt on a loan. That doesn't make up for it, but it's kind of rich people shit when they do foreclose on stuff, right? We've seen rich people use these loopholes, I guess you would say, before Donald being one, our president being one of them, right? They say he's been broke how many times and keeps rebounding off the shit. So I don't know if Oscar's pulling something like that here, moving his company and then, just going to let that go out on his credit report and he doesn't give a fuck because he has money. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, he might not need a credit card. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? I don't have all the answers. It's not a good look. I hope Thursday we have some answers from the man himself on why Golden Boy Promotions is looking like it's kind of hurt.
Well, I mean, we heard they're not going to renew with DAZN, right? I mean, that's kind of the direction. They can't make that fucking. Maybe that's why he's like, no, 60-40 for Virgil because we need that fucking cash, yo. We need that fucking money. 60-40, 5% to the winner. Okay, and then the winner wins those 2 floors of that house on Wilshire, on that building. Yeah, let's put that on the deal. Why not? Sure, guys.
So can I make this a gym?
Yeah, exactly. Geez. You know what I was thinking when you asked me if if they owned the whole 12 floors, it's like, is that how they negotiate? It's like, all right, you're in the first floor. That's the first guy. If you can get it past that guy, you go to the second floor. And then on the 12th floor is Oscar to be like, oh, you made it to the 12th floor. You got yourself a deal. I don't know. That just came to mind, but
that'd be nice.
That'd be a weird way. It's like, yeah, Eddie Hearn's talking about it. Like, oh, I just made it to the 5th floor. I couldn't go beyond that. You wanted 60-40. I don't know what the fuck that was about. Oh my! But anyway, I wanted to throw that in there because it was kind of crazy. Like my buddy sent it to me, and I was like, "Wait a second, clap back on this. Let's hear that tomorrow, Oscar." Fuck.
He has to. Yeah, he definitely has to tomorrow.
Oh my!
I don't like how he brings up everyone else and avoids Ryan. I'm definitely not going to like if we are not. Don't bring it all on Dana White and the Paramount deal tomorrow. We need more. We need to hear something about the situation in LA. Definitely. Fucking sucks, man.
Yeah,
because he can't come back, Miguel. There will be no comeback from the Golden Boy. He's like, you sure? I'll fuck Floyd up.
Right. It's like I heard that Trinidad rematch is still on the table, huh? He's kind of broke himself. Let's do it, guys. Netflix, ho. Let's do me and Jake Paul. Why not, bro? Like, I'm telling you, it'll do 500 million views. Alrighty. Well, that's gonna wrap it up, yo. I actually went a lot longer than I thought we were gonna on these topics, but thankfully there was plenty of news. Usually Wednesdays or during the week, between Sunday and Wednesday there isn't that much news, but sometimes it does happen and we end up getting some news here. But don't forget, this weekend there are plenty of fucking fights, of course, as we mentioned, Shakur and Teofimo, which is the main one, the big one. All right, Andrew, is there anything else you wanted to add on to this before we call it a show?
Zuffa Boxing is Martin versus.
No. Zuffa Boxing on Sunday is Jose Valenzuela. Jose Valenzuela against Diego Torres. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, I don't really know. He kind of had a weird haircut.
Yeah, I saw that. He's got an okay record, but I mean, I don't think he's the level of. Not to say the Valenzuela is super elite by any stretch, but I don't think he's at his level as it is.
I hate to go off of your haircut, young man, but I know there's a man in your house that told you not to look like that.
Yeah. And it's like, no, don't pose like that. Like, no, you don't want me to put the hair. Like, no, don't do it. And it's like, fuck you, Dad. Like, I'm a grown man now. I can do what the fuck I want.
Mom says I look good.
Yeah. My mom let me hair my grow long. She let me let my hair go long and comb it the way I wanted to.
All right. Just giving you a hard time. That's it for me, bro.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for us. And hopefully we will. Hopefully we'll see you guys on Sunday. We're going to have a fuck ton of fight results. So we're going to be talking about it, of course, primarily Shakur and Teofimo. And we're going to figure out a way to fit all the other fights in there and take a look at how this first main, this is the first major card of the year, right? Like the first major, boxing card. All right, cool. Yeah. Looking forward to that and seeing how that goes. So by all means, please tune in on Sunday because we're going to be talking about plenty and we're going to find out if Miguel goes broke because he put some money on Teofimo Lopez, but we'll find that out. out on Sunday. For my co-host, Andrew, don't get it twisted, Lapachet, I am Miguel Antonio Barragan, a.k.a. Fight Fiend Miggs, and this has been the Mad Boxing Show, or Mad Boxing for short. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Take care. Enjoy the fights on the weekend, and peace.